ジャギ様から盗み取った北斗神拳、とくと味合わせてやるわ。
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the video. My name is Mirwo and I really hope you're doing alright today. We are looking today at a new video here where I'm going to be showing you the first dungeon that I did on the Dragonflight beta client as a Holy Paladin. And in this case, we're going to be playing a build that I believe is going to be resembling as much as possible the melee playstyle we know in Shadowlands right now. Of course, with all the new additions of the new Holy Paladin tree. So before we get into the dungeon, I'm going to play a clip where I explain the build that I'm playing and why I'm picking some things. And also keep in mind, this is a normal dungeon, so things are going to be doing almost no damage. And I also don't know what's going on. This is the first time running this dungeon. So it's a little bit of a tourist mode. And I'm also pretty confused about the UI that I have right now because I'm not used to playing with the default UI by any means. So there's a lot of things that I'm just struggling to comprehend at the time. It's a bit of a mess, but it's also my first impressions of a lot of things. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay. So we're about to queue for the random dungeons. This is the build we're running. Pretty much running Kyrian Paladin with Glimmer. Consider that 2 seconds will be interesting, but we have only 7% haste right now. That will be a bit of a weird scenario with no haste. We have Divine Favor, but we gotta remember to use it, so we'll see about that. We have no weak auras to track the cooldown on that. We could potentially move that to a different keybind though, but it is far over there on the other side of the screen, so I don't know about that one. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. We do have Imperial Endowment, which is pretty much going to be Vanquisher's Hammer. But we'll once again need to remember about tracking the buff. However, this being Mythic Plus, we'll be using Word of Glory naturally. So that will keep on happening no matter what. We got Avenging Wrath Might. It's currently bugged. It doesn't give the increased amount of damage. The second part from the tooltip that it reads, if Avenging Wrath is known, also grants 20% increased damage. That is not stacking up with normal Avenging Wrath, so we're only really getting 20% crit out of this one. Still a lot of damage coming from that though. And we're playing with Veneration, so we're gonna get some random procs of being able to throw Hammers of Wrath at random whenever we critical strike with Judgment. We do have quite some critical strike. It is the biggest amount of stats we have right now. It's not the greatest, but we have 2k from that. That's the most stats we have, so we will probably crit decently enough. And for the most part, everything else is not really, there's nothing crazy. We are just trying to rebuild as much of retail Holy Paladin as we can, gearing and rather using our talents to aiming at the Mythic Plus scenario for the most part. And over here on the other side, we just have Mad Paragon. Seal of Order is not working, but we do have Sanctified Wrath, so that will be also interesting. See what the duration of the wings is like and how they feel. Everything else, we have 1 minute sack. We have the damage from Consecration. That will also be interesting to see how much damage it does. And we have a kick. We gotta remember to use that though. And that's about it. Let's see what this is gonna be like. There we go. Please, do not be Uldaman. Let's go. It's not Uldaman. There's no bosses there.
Oh, shit.
So we should be good to go. I kind of want to set this up so that... Okay, I'm gonna beacon the tank, beacon the warlock, beacon the ranged player, that is. And let's see what's up. So I just got one of those procs from critical strikes on Judgment. And I was able to throw a Hammer of Wrath. And a situation that I would normally not be able to. Now also looking at this, like the way the Holy Power looks here is something that I've never seen. I've never used this way of looking at the Holy Power. Literally never. So that's gonna be real weird as well. Did I apply... I didn't apply this. There we go. Got a little bit of extra burst. Oh, I'm so used to using Ladadon for the Forced now. It's just my first reaction. Also not having a Consecration weak or yelling at me to use Consecration all the time is really weird. Turn on healing meters, yeah. Can you see them properly there? Yeah, you can. Okay. What are these numbers though? Holy shit, look at that. Okay, we have no idea where we are supposed to go, but there is a map, and it seems that there is 3 wings. There's a boss right there, there's a boss right here, there's another floor down there. And I'm assuming once you're done with all that, you come up here and then you finish up the last boss. So there is choices. This looks like it's a dungeon with pretty much a lot of choices. At first glance, that is. You might want to go this wing first. Honestly, this right now just looks to me like Theater of Pain. Even the interior and the aesthetic of things reminds me of Theater of Pain. Let's use an intellect potion here. I just used another Latadon for the sake of purely Forset, which doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna be forgetting to using a lot of spells that I would usually have weak auras for, and now I gotta look at my... Yeah, like Divine Toll, for fuck's sake, I haven't even used it once. Shit. This thing was not a good idea. That's like pretty annoying to look at. Maybe I could get weak auras running, to be honest, but that would probably be broken as fuck as well. Also wings. I'm not even using wings. Oh my god. Hammer of Wrath. All those shiny things down there. In the bars. I'm not used to those whatsoever. This is so trippy. There's no healing to be done though. Like there's literally no healing to be done. Oh, we also have 2 tanks. Yeah. He's Vengeance, no? He's Havoc. No, okay, so that's Details is being a bit weird. It's Details being weird. The H self-healing is insane. Yeah, for a DPS it is. That's just a lot of leech though. Is that supposed to be the case? This should be a boss. Okay. Let's see what happens. That's a frontal. Oh no, it's a targeted spell. Okay. That's a channel spell? It felt like it was channeling on me for a little bit, but... The boss is pretty much already dead. He's charging. Blazing Charge. Okay. Well, let's use Divine Toll on this guy. Why not? Okay, he did some damage. Is he gonna do more damage? Okay, that's on me again. Yeah, I have no idea if that's, you know, supposed to work one way or another, but I think we need to go heroic, because this is just like... Do we get gear from this? Yeah, we do. Okay. There is absolutely no healing to be done, and the boss is dead before we can even see what's going on. So that's not good. We do need to go heroic so we can actually see him. You know, what the hell is happening? So where are we now? We're back at the beginning. Why are we burning alive? I mean, I will say, those Ladder of the Martyrs felt pretty huge. This is like literally playing without UI for me. But there is some damage there. It's just coming from Shield of the Righteous right now. Consecration ain't doing shit though. I mean, things are dying too quick for that. Nothing really changed about the Consecration damage, so do not worry about it. In fact, Consecration damage, if anything, is just gone up, so should still be more than good. Capping on Holy Power is so bad. I'm trying to play this by muscle memory, because I'm not looking at my spells for the most part, since I'm not used to looking down there, but I'm not really doing it too great. I'm gonna let you know that. We will look at the numbers at the end of the dungeon, but for now it just seems like we're clearing trash all the time. Even the boss. Everything just feels like an infinite amount of trash. Not having a forset like casting Light of Dawn feels so mega weird though. I will say that. And the wings being actual 2-minute cooldown instead of having ways of resetting it and like lowering it rather. That is also pretty interesting. We do have Awakening though, so also Divine Purpose. So we're getting free stuff here and there. Haven't even used Divine Favor once, but that's because there's like no healing to be done. Also Sack, like it's a 1-minute cooldown. And that's not it, it's this. But there's like nothing to use it on, so... Oh, I think we just re-queue on the dungeon though. We just queued up again? This guy's stunnable, yeah they are. Yeah, I kinda wanna see what the damage of these things would be a little bit more. But... I guess even in Heroic it won't change that much, but we'll see. I don't think we need that much gear to be able to get into Heroic dungeons. If I remember correctly, I think it was only 348 and we are 340 right now. I don't know, man. Those numbers look like numbers from Season 2. Obviously not playing absolutely clean or anything. Look at that. It did no damage and I got a diva, but like... I have so much healing, I could heal that with like... just Judgment of Light. That's a frontal like a house. Oh, that's a weird-ass frontal. So I have a diva for me right now that's like... Oh no, that's something else. That is the Vanquisher's Hammer. Charge Spear is on somebody, it's just on the ground. Divine Toll, everybody stop. Oh, we're stunned. Okay, there is some ticking damage that I'm taking, and now I'm stunned for some reason. No idea why. Glimmer doing some work in the background. Once again, using Light of Dawn because I'm used to it, instead of using Word of Glory or simply Shield of the Righteous, as you really meant to. Can you bob that? Yeah, you can. You can bob the people outside of the chains. Any good chains you see, you can probably bob somebody out of them. Any loot? Nope. And I'm probably logged in now, so let's do that. Yeah. It's not a good, like, this feels terrible, like terribly right now. Cause I have no idea what's going on. So I can't tell if like things feel good or bad. I just can't tell that, like, I don't know what's happening. I just used the keybind from Classic. I just used my Hammer of Wrath keybind from Classic. And I threw down a Hammer of Wrath, Hammer of Light, or Light's Hammer. So many names, so many keybinds. Hopefully tier has something to do with wings again. 100% map time feels so nice. It doesn't. I'm so tired of all our tier just being more wings. Especially when the reason why we got more wings was because we were spamming Light of Dawn. I would rather have gotten something different. What is this? Why am I pulling the chain? Okay, I got a debuff. Both hands still burning. Not sure why I had to do that, but I did it. Yeah, like looking at Mythic Plus in particular in Season 3 and Season 4, any other tier set would have probably been better. Getting a lot of wings is nice, but when all you have is just wings, and wings get nerfed, like, come on. Like, they took away the oomph moment of throwing down on Ash and Hallow, and all we had left after that was just ticking balls and having the catch-up option of Vanquisher's Hammer, but that was just not enough. Our healing still sucks because Word of Glory sucks. And right now in beta, nothing's been changed, like when it comes to tuning. They did try some stuff with Judgment, but for the most part, I do believe like all the spells are doing the same amount of healing as like in percentage of intellect as they were in the Shadowlands. It's in the will buff wings back to 30%. 30% increased healing. I don't know, like right now we have this Avenging Wrath Might, which is giving us the critical strike part and also giving us 20% increased damage, although that is not working. That is not implemented, it doesn't work. When you use wings, you only get 20% increased damage. That's like the baseline from having this Avenging Wrath. That's already 20% increased healing and damage. So I don't really know if they really want to make that a thing where you go back to having wings rank 3 like we used to. And also, you know, making Paladin again a machine of doing DPS. A DPS machine. I just got charged by something. So, could they potentially give us wings rank 3 back? I don't think so, honestly. I think they removed it for a reason, and now going forward, they will be tuning around that. And the reason I'm casting so much is because I have no idea what my holy power is like. I'm so unaware of how much holy power I have right now that I can't plan ahead. I'm just not used to looking at that holy power bar, like, at all. And what is this debuff? Okay, that's like the Karasen debuff that it just blows up eventually. This should be the third boss. There's gonna be another one afterwards. The last one. This is not a boss. This is like, yeah, it's gonna be a mini boss sort of thing. Big damage, apparently. It's a lot of ads. Can we stun that? Yeah, we can. There's a debuff against this spell. Oh, those circle debuffs I could dispel. Oh shit, I got Divine... Yeah. I forgot I had Bestow Faith altogether. Completely forgot about it. See, I told you I was gonna forget about using a lot of the spells, because I'm not aware they exist. Since I don't have the weak auras for them. Uh-oh. Oh, we're pulling anyways. This is the boss. It looks pretty cool. I'm assuming if you pull him, it's gonna pull a lot of trash, or you can have problems with space in the room. Well, we're going. He did a jump. Might of the Forge. This is just like AoE healing. Yeah, it's AoE healing to be done. Blazing Aegis. Throws a big bomb at you. Then small bombs around you. Just get away. Big smash. Once again, ladder down for the 4 set. Shit, man. Bunch of meteors. Okay. And there's gonna do more AoE damage. This should be considerably healing intensified by the looks of it. Now, things are not doing any damage right now. But there is the potential for this to have a lot of damage included in it. Just looking at what the boss is doing right now. The chill time is the one where he's throwing the swirlies instead of doing any AoE damage. But he does cycle through his abilities quite quickly, so that could very much be a pretty healing intensified. Potentially. So we can activate this now. And what does this do? Requires at least 25 skill in Dragon Isles blacksmithing. Oh. I guess that's some quest thing that you can do for progressing as a blacksmith. Yo, Titurel, how you doing? Time flies, much love. Oh yeah, it does. Indeed it does. Thank you so much for the sub. Or the resub, rather. 6 months. Yeah, that's a long ass time. That is a lot of time. Appreciate that very much, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you are enjoying the content and hope to see you around going forward. Somebody left, but we just got somebody replacing them immediately, so we're good. We're good. We're good. So we're missing the last boss, Warlord Sarga. So this should have opened up now. Search gold piles for magic items to deplete magma shield. Upon expiration, molten gold leaves hardened gold, which lasts until the end of combat. Alright. So use the gold piles, like in Opulence, for something. Oh, the Warlock left, so I don't have a beacon anymore. I need to reapply the second beacon then. I'm gonna have to install weak auras at some point, and I'm just gonna have to get my UI working here, because I do not like this at all. It's not bad, it's just I'm not used to it. I'm sure if you've played with this for a long time, you get used to it, and I'm getting used, I'm like more and more used to it as we go. But if I just had my own stuff, I would be much more comfortable. As one could expect. So we don't even see the count because there's no Mythic Plus, so we don't know if we need to clear more trash. What the hell? And there's no more trash after that. Where was the boss? Oh, this is just open, so we gotta go in there now. We're still burning alive as we walk through that, though. Is there a viable ranged healing build for Paladins? I don't know about viable. Like, what does viable mean? If you are talking about being able to play one, sure, you will have the chance to create a caster build, but it will come at a very, very bad cost. You will do no damage, and you will probably and most likely be doing way less healing than if you were playing a melee build. So, is it viable? Depends on what kind of content you're playing. Is it gonna be the optimal? I don't think so, looking at what we have right now available to us and based on my initial impressions. So don't just take my word for granted, but after a couple hours of looking at the tree, I just couldn't see a build that was really screaming, holy Paladin is ranged now. Like everything just looked like we were just even better of a melee spec, or rather as melee healers as before. Wait, that's like last boss on that Warlords of Draenor dungeon, Bloodslag Mines or whatever. So we need to pick up the piles of gold. I'm gonna debo this. Oh, they've all been picked up. Oh, there's one more over there. So you're supposed to take Omega damage from that. But obviously it's a low dungeon, it's just normal, so... But that would be an interesting set of, you know, something to look forward to as a healer to be preparing for. Now the boss is just dead already, so we clearly need to get into heroic dungeons and see what's happening. Otherwise, it seems to me like the play will just be to wait until Mythic is out, because honestly, this is just falling over in no time, and we just don't even get to see what's going on. So, we have 7 people here. Apparently 2 people left the dungeon at some point. So, it's a little bit weird. But, let's look at ourselves. Oh boy. Consecration doing a lot of damage, as you would expect it to. Shield of the Righteous being very close, since we are now able to spam Shield of the Righteous with any spare holy power. This should always be almost the case. Judgment doing a lot of damage as well as Holy Shock. Okay. Melee, Crusader Strike, Hammer of Wrath. I didn't really use Hammer of Wrath too much, that's why I mean, this is too low down there. Light's Hammer, also didn't use it that much. And mobs just died too quickly, so we left it behind. Incandescent Sense, though, that is the thing that procs off of consuming holy power when consecration is down. This one right here. Each holy power you spend has a 5% chance to cause your consecration to flare up, dealing a bunch of damage up to 5 enemies standing within it. It only deals 2.3k, right? That's not a lot. But in total, it happened 126. Well, at least it hit 126 people or mobs. That's not a lot of damage. I was looking at Glimmer. Never mind. 66 anyways, that's pretty low. But that's also cleaving, so we don't know how many procs it happened. Glimmer really down there as you would expect it. The damage from Glimmer always negligible. Nothing crazy about the damage. In fact, like there's nothing has really changed about the amount of damage that spells should be doing, so it's just about what I would expect. Division by 0. Oh well. That is unfortunate. Bart Simpson has been here. Actually, that was multiply yourself by 0. Word of Glory, Judgment of Flight. What the fuck? What the hell? That is a lot of healing from Judgment of Light. That is because there was nothing to heal. So Judgment of Light was doing everything. I told you guys that Judgment of Light was going to be able to do the entire healing. There you go. Holy Shock and Word of Glory, just a little bit of spot healing. Beacon Transfer, probably overhealing for 90% of it. Arcane Lightning, just a little bit of healing. Glimmer, usually Glimmer will do a substantial amount of healing. Light of Dawn, probably a lot of those coming from the free Lights of Dawn from Vanquisher's Hammer. Bestow Faith, I used it a couple times at the end. One single use of Light of the Martyr. And a few Flash of Lights. I mean, we can't really go by any of those numbers because the dungeon was absolutely trivial. We didn't know what was going on and still we took like no damage, so we need to go higher. Can we get much higher? So high. So there you have it, that's the first dungeon that I did on the Dragonflight beta client. Hope you enjoyed it and I hope you find it interesting at least. I sure did, and I hope you enjoyed the whole video enough to click a like on it and as well as subscribe to my channel. We are getting closer to 2k, so that would be insane if we could reach it by the end of the year, or before it rather. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.